Hello, welcome to your slow flow practice for this week. Hopefully the mic is all good so you can hear me okay. So before we get started, just want to make sure you have everything you need and have set up your area around you. So grabbing anything you want for your practice, maybe a warm drink, props, a cushion or a block, a blanket for Shavasana, maybe even like an eye mask for Shavasana, just so you have everything ready so you don't have to look for it during the practice or at the end. And then also just grabbing something to write with, either your journal or a piece of paper, and something to write on and something to write with. So just pause me if you need to go and gather all your stuff. And then once you've got yourself situated and everything, will meet here in a comfortable seated position. So landing on your mat, and you can be cross-legged or kneeling, and then just allowing the hands to rest either in the lap or on your knees, and then just close down the eyes. So just allowing yourself to arrive generously on your mats, allowing the body to land heavy, feeling a sense of groundedness and connection with the earth. Starting to bring your awareness to the breath. We spend all our days breathing without even being aware of it. So just taking this initial moment to start to become aware of it, to notice the ins and outs of your breathing. And you can keep your hands in the lap or on the knees, or bring them one on top of the other at the heart space. And just taking a moment to check in with how you're feeling today. What's alive in the body, in the mind, in the heart. Allowing the externals to settle, so you can notice what's present internally. And then releasing your hands back down to your knees. We're just going to take some circles around our hips. So we'll start off with a little movement where you might want to blink open your eyes just to see what we're going to do. So we're going to drop our right shoulder over to the right. Then open your chest forwards as you draw the shoulders back. Just drop the left shoulder over to the left, and then round the spine as you move backwards. So we'll do that one more time slowly. So tilt to the right, draw the chest forwards, draw the shoulders back. Tilt to the left, round the spine. And then just start to make that a little bit more fluid. So you start to find a circle around the hips. And then once you've kind of got the movement, you can close down the eyes. So just feeling into that movement. So, and again, maybe you didn't get a sense of this with just the check-in, the hands in the heart space. Just continuing to check in as we take these circles with how you're feeling today. And then starting to bring to mind 3 things that you're grateful for today in this moment. 3 things. Let's reverse the circle. So we'll go over to the right, draw the chest forwards, over to the left, round the spine. Continue to take those circles. And just beginning to take and set an intention for your practice, but also, depending on what time you're doing this, for your day, for the rest of the week, for your week, how do you want to feel? How do you want to show up? Continuing with those circles, starting to build up a little heat. And then come back to stillness, back in center. And just allow the energy to calm down, but just being aware of what energy you kind of stirred up with those circles. And you can keep the eyes closed down or blink them open, your choice. Take a big inhale through the nose. Sweep the arms up over your head. Interlace them above your head. Flip the palms toward the sky. Take a big stretch up towards the sky. As you exhale, release the arms parallel to the ground. And we're just going to draw some circles. So draw some circles, taking the hands backwards. Just warming up through the shoulders. And again, you can close down the eyes again. And then we'll take the circles in the opposite direction. Nice. Come back to stillness, and then we're just going to find some pulses, pulse back. Remembering to breathe. And then pulse forwards. Flip the palms, pulse upwards. And last one, flip them, pulse downwards. Exhale, release one more time. Allow the energy to fall back down. And then starting to roll back onto your bum. Unhook your ankles, draw your knees up towards your chest. And then just roll yourself over into a child's pose, making your way there however you would like. And you can take a wide leg or narrow legged. Arms out in front of you. Drop the forehead down to the mat. Close down the eyes again. Maybe finding a little sway side to side in your child's pose. On your next inhale, press into your hands. Start to walk yourself up to an all fours position, tabletop position. Ground down into the hands and knees. Knees are hip width apart. Neutral spine. On an inhale, extend the right arm, left leg. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, knee to elbow, round the spine. One more time, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow, release the hand and knee. Reset the hips, maybe find a little sway side to side. Ground down into both hands, both knees. Inhale, stretch out through the left hand, right foot. Ground down into the hand and knee. Exhale, knee to elbow, round the spine. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, round. Drop the left hand, right knee. Come back into your all fours position. Ground down into the hands and knees. On an inhale, walk your hands forward slightly alongside your mat. Start to drop your chest down. Press into your hands. Lower the forehead all the way down to the mat, or you can stay lifted, pressing into your hands to find a sense of lift. Find an opening through the shoulders. Again, you can close down the eyes here. Taking super long inhales and exhales. Really sinking into your breath. Really allowing it to feel good. Just take your time here. Enjoy the slowness of the movement, taking your time. On your next inhale, press into the hands, start to lift yourself back up, tuck under the feet, find a downward facing dog with maybe shortening the stance if you need. So option of bringing your legs a little bit closer, hands a little bit closer, whatever you need. Holding here, you can pedal out through the feet. You can straighten and bend the knees together at the same time. Just finding a little bit of movement in this first downward facing dog, or one of the very few for this practice. On an inhale, press into your right hand and release the left hand, grab a hold of your right ankle. Big stretch through that back leg. You can shorten the stance again here if that helps you to gain a little bit more balance. Breathing here, turn your head over to the right armpit. Exhale, release the hands. Find that downward facing dog. Let's take it over on the other side. Press into the left hand. Take the right hand to the left ankle. Twist towards the left. Exhale, release. Ground down into both hands. Inhale, rise up onto the feet. Wave the body forwards. Find a body wave. Press yourself back, rise back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet, roll the body forwards, bend the knees, draw the hips back, rise up, downward facing dog. Let's go for 2 more like this in your own time. So inhale, rolls you forwards. Exhale, bend the hips back, draw the hips up, downward facing dog. Actually, let's go for 2 more. Make it an even or uneven 5. Once you've done your 5, come back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Take a nice forward fold. Take the feet hip width apart or even wider. Find a nice bend through the knees. Grab a hold of opposite elbows and find a sway side to side. Straightening and bending alternate legs. Allow the head to hang heavy. Give the head a nod. Yes, shake a no. Release out through the neck. On an exhale, come back through center. Release your hands down to the mat. Heel toe the feet back together, big toes to touch. And then start to bend your knees, lower your hips down, starting to come up onto the heels. So coming up onto the balls of the feet, so you're sitting on your heels. So you can be down on the fingertips if the balance is an issue. Otherwise, start to come up. So you're sitting on your heels. Start to bring your hands, they can be at your hips or in prayer in front of heart center or up towards the sky. Holding here, breathing here. If you're feeling super balanced, you can start to close down the eyes here. Steadying through the feet. So just noticing what happens with the ankles. See if you can find some stability here using the strength of the feet. A couple more breaths here in stillness. Really finding that foundation, which will help you when we're going for the next part here. Inhale, blink open the eyes if they're closed. Sweep your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, twist to the right. Left arm goes forward, right arm back. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, twist left. So you're really using that steadiness you found in the feet to stay steady. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist left. Last one, inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bow forwards, plant the hands. Ooh, slowly rise up, release the feet. Maybe give them a little love, so step up onto the feet, releasing out. Just put a lot of pressure on the feet. Staying down in your forward fold. Bring the big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, bow forwards, walk the hands out to a high plank. And press yourself back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right heel up to the sky. Open the hip, bend the knee, draw the heel to the hip. Ground down through the left heel. Inhale, rise up onto the ball of the left foot. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower, square off the hips, sweep the right leg forwards, land the foot between your hands, and then your choice, you can stay up in this low lunge or high lunge, or you can come up down onto the knee, your choice if you want something more active or not. Untuck that foot. As you inhale, take the arms up to the sky, interlace the hands, release the index fingers, take a back bend. Gaze up towards the sky. Sink into that left hip, find a big stretch through the left hip flexor. Exhale, bow forwards. Come back to that low lunge. Come down to the knee if you're not there already. Heel toe the right foot out to the side. Either staying down on the hands or you can come down onto the forearms. Your choice. And then just finding a sway side to side, lizard pose, opening up into the hip. And once you've had a little bit of a stretch, come to find stillness. Sinking into that left hip. Inhale, come back onto your hands if you went down onto the forearms. And then heel toe this foot all the way back, this time going back through center, taking it all over to the left side, and then sitting yourself down, finding a pigeon pose. So right shin is flat down on the mat. Extend this left leg back behind you. Sitting up on a block on the right hip if you need. Pressing into your fingertips, lifting up, drawing the chest forwards. Option of staying here, or exhale, start to walk your hands out in front of you. Lowering yourself all the way down onto your mat. Forearms or completely down. Relax through the head, close down the eyes. Breathing here. On your next inhale, lift your head up. Start to walk yourself back to an upright position. Place the hands in front of the shin. Tuck the left foot. Press yourself up. Step the right foot back. Press back, downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath here. Ground down through the heels. Press into the hands. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Long inhales and exhales through the nose. On your next inhale, sweep the left heel up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee, drop the heel to the hip. Square off the shoulders, ground down through the right heel. Inhale, rise up onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, rise. Exhale, lower, square off the left hip. Sweep the left leg forwards. Land the foot between the hands. High lunge like this or lower down onto the knee. Untuck the foot. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. So you're either in a high crescent lunge or you're in this low lunge with me. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers. Drop the shoulders back, lift the head up. Mini back bend here. Drop the right hip. Exhale, bow forwards. Place the hands. Lower the right knee if you're up in a high lunge. Heel toe the left foot out to the side. Turn it out at a 45-degree angle. Come down onto the hands or forearms. Start to find a sway side to side. Lizard pose, left side. Drop the head down, close down the eyes. Come to find a little bit of stillness for a moment. On your next inhale, start to heel toe that left foot back through center and then taking it all the way over to the right side, dropping your left shin down, flexing that right foot, extend the right leg back, lift through the chest, press into the fingertips. Exhale, roll yourself forwards, pigeon pose, left side. Again, you can bring a rock underneath this hip. If you're quite tight through the hip, close down the eyes, drop the head. Breathing here. Really lengthening and smoothing out through the inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, release any props you took. Start to press yourself back to an upright position. Place the hands in front of the shin. Tuck the right foot. Press yourself up. Step the left foot back. Press yourself back, downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath. On an inhale, rise on onto your tiptoes. Walk yourself all the way up to your hands. Feet hip width apart. Bow forwards over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Roll yourself all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head come up last. As the shoulders rise, roll them back. Gazing forwards. Palms face forwards. Close down the eyes. Ground down into the feet. Check back in with the body, with your intention. Where is your breath? Where is the mind? Finding stillness and steadiness. Heel toe the feet together so the big toes touch and the heels are slightly apart. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, blink, open the eyes. Shift your weight into your right foot. Start to step your left foot back. Taking a big step backwards, so wide stance, and then turning this left foot out to the side. So you might need to adjust the stance to take it a little bit wider. Keeping your hands on your hips. And as you exhale, start to bend the knees out to the sides. Goddess pose. So really stick your bum down so you're not sticking your bum back behind you. I'll show you. So you want to lower down as if you're in between 2 panes of glass, so we're not coming down like this. We're really tucking the tailbone, bending the knees, and we want to try and press the knees back as we bend down into our goddess pose. Bring your hands to your knees. So just find a little bit of strength and stability here. And inhale, bring your hands in prayer in front of heart center. Start to shift your weight into your right leg, start to lower down. This Legs straighten, left leg straightens. Flex through the left foot and then point. Holding here, find the balance. You can keep your hands down on the mat to help support. And then from here, start to drop your right hand down. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Gaze towards that left hand. Breathing here, start opening through this left side of the chest, left shoulder. Exhale, release the left hand. Start to walk yourself over to the left side. So just take a little kind of, not sure what the word for that is. So we're just coming over to the other side, Skandasana on the left side. Flex the foot, pointed back. Hands in prayer for a moment, find the balance. And then drop that left hand in front of the left knee. Sweep the right arm up to the sky, gaze towards the right. So we're just twisting slightly towards the right side here. Finding the breath. Exhale, gaze back down, drop the right hand. Walk your hands back to center. So we're kind of in this weird squat here. Inhale, bring your hips back up to the sky so your legs are straight. Heel toe your feet a little bit inwards. So a little bit wider than hip width apart. Place your hands down in center. Turn the feet outwards to the side and then lower the hips back down, finding Malasana, our yogi squat. Hands come together in prayer in front of heart center, pressing into the insides of the knees, drawing the chest forward, sitting up. Always the option of coming down onto a block here if you want to make it a little bit less active. So we're still opening up through the hips, but if you don't want to make too much effort right now, you can always sit down on a block. Same thing as Skandasana. Exhale, drop the left hand down to the mat on the inside of the knee. Sweep the right arm up, gaze towards the right. So we're twisting towards the right side. Exhale, come back through center. Bring the hands together. Find a breath. Exhale, drop the right arm down. Left arm comes up to the sky. Twist towards the left this time. Gazing towards that left hand. Exhale, release both hands down into center. Press into your hands. Start to shift your hips up towards the sky, really slowly, mindfully. And start to heel toe your feet back together. Bringing the big toes to touch and the heels slightly apart. Inhale, finding a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step yourself back through a high plank. And press yourself back. Downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath. Ground down into the heels. Draw the tailbone out towards the sky. Almost done with the hardest bit for today. On your next inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, gaze forward, step, hop or float to the top of the mat. Roll yourself back onto your bum. Straight into Navasana, boat pose. So lift the shins parallel to the ground. Knees are bent. You're on your sit bones. Extend the arms out in front of you. Lift through the chest. Couple options. If you want to take it down a notch, you can hold behind the knees. If you want a little bit of an extra challenge, you can try straightening out through the legs as long as you're keeping the chest lifted up. So we don't want to be rounding down to here. So if we're here, we're just straightening and the torso is staying exactly where it is. Holding here for 5 breaths. Two more here. Exhale, slowly start to lower your legs back down to the ground. Start to find a seated position. So same thing here. You can bring a block underneath you to help tilt the pelvis forwards. Or you can stay directly down on the mat. Then flex up your feet. So kneecaps are facing towards the ceiling, toes are drawing back towards your face. Inhale, take the arms up to the sky, shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, hinge from the hips, draw your chest forwards. So we're not leading from the head is up. When you find your limit, drop the arms down. They can be on the legs, sides of the feet. Wherever you are, you can relax out through the head and then close down the eyes. So again, just allowing your breath and gravity to do the work here. Again, lengthening and smoothing out through the breath. On your next inhale, starting to roll yourself back up to an upright position. Release the block if you took one. So to extend your legs open, coming to a wide leg straddle. So again, slow flow, so you don't need to take it to your edge. You don't need to take it super wide. Just take the legs out in front of you. Same thing, knees are facing towards the ceiling, feet are flexed. On an inhale, start to take your arms up towards the sky. Find a nice lift through the chest, lower the shoulders away from the ears. Right arm comes down to the side, facing the left foot. Start to draw this left arm over to the right, drawing it towards that right leg. So we're twisting through the torso. Left arm is coming towards the right foot. Maybe you grab this foot. Maybe you just stay like this. Again, you can close down the eyes. See if you can let the neck go a little bit so you're not holding onto the neck here. Inhale, use your left arm to draw yourself back up through center. Inhale, take the arms back up. Exhale, this time drop the left arm, right arm comes over to the side. We twist over towards the right. Maybe right arm comes towards that left foot. Otherwise, just keeping it up towards the head, towards the air. Relaxing out through the neck. Close on the eyes. Gaze towards that right hand. Couple more breaths here. On your next inhale, you use your right arm to draw yourself back up through center. Sweep the legs back together on your mat. Straight out in front of you. Take the arms straight out in front of you. Inhale, roll long through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the spine and slowly roll yourself all the way down onto the mat. Shoulders and head coming down last. Just taking a moment to arrive on your mat. And you can close down the eyes if you'd like. Draw your knees into your chest. Place your feet down on the mat. Place your hands by your hips. Inhale, start to lift your hands up so they come up towards the sky. As you exhale, dropping them all the way down back behind you so they create an arc and you land on the backs of the hands. Exhale, sweep the hands back. So we're going to do that with the hips. On an inhale, grounding down into the heels, lifting the hips up towards the sky. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Actually, let's do two more like this. So making it really nice and fluid, feeling through the full extent of the movement. Long inhale as you lift. Long exhale as you lower down. finish your last one, arrive back on the mat. Inhale, draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around them. Giving them a little squeeze. And starting to flex your feet up towards the ceiling. Grab a hold of the outer edges of the feet. Draw your knees down towards the ground. Finding a baby. Pressing your feet into the ceiling and maybe finding a sway side to side, finding an opening through the hips. Draw your tailbone down towards the ground. So just a couple sways and then come to find stillness in your happy baby. On your next exhale, bringing the knees back together. Wrap your right leg around your left. And then just start to drop both feet over, your right foot over to the left side. Maybe shifting your hips over to the right, start to drop your legs over to the left. Extend the arms wide, head rolls over to the right. Just finding a nice twist through that right side body. Closing down the eyes. Relax through the muscles of the face. On your next inhale, bring the knees back through center. Draw both knees back into your chest. And this time cross the left leg over the right, all the way over. Shift the hips over to the left. And start to drop your legs over to the right side. Take the arms wide, long wide, or cactus arms, whatever you have space for. Head rolls over to the left. Close back down the eyes. On your next inhale, roll your knees back through center. Unravel the legs, take the hips back to center. Start to extend your legs long on the mat. And just take a moment to grab anything you need here to be super cozy for our final resting pose, Shavasana. So grabbing a sweater, socks, a blanket. If you have lights, I definitely recommend turning them down. If you have something to place over your eyes to really find a sense of darkness, I recommend that as well. And then I'll meet you back on the mat for our final resting pose, Shavasana. And I'm just going to guide us through a progressive relaxation exercise. So making sure your feet are wide, your toes are dropping out to the sides. Finding a place you can stay for a little while. And let's take one round of breath just to land here. Take a long inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. So we're going to work our way up through the body, starting at the feet. So on an inhale, I want you to point your feet and really squeeze your feet. Squeeze all the muscles in your feet. And as you exhale, release the feet. So let go of the muscle control and let it go. Just see how that feels. And we'll do two more like that. So inhale, point the feet, squeeze all the muscles in the feet. Make it really, really tight, really strong. Exhale, let go.
Inhale, last one, squeeze the feet. Exhale, release. Moving up to the legs, to the calves and quads. Inhale, squeeze all the muscles in your legs. Make it super strong. Exhale, release. One more time with the legs. Inhale, squeeze the calves, squeeze the thighs. Exhale, release. And just calling to mind something you're grateful for, the feet and legs for, allowing you to move around, all the places they allow you to go, providing you a solid foundation to walk on. On your next inhale, squeezing the bum. So squeezing the glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, release. And on the next one, thinking of something you're grateful for the bum for, providing you a comfortable place to sit. So inhale, squeeze the bum. Exhale, release. Moving up to the belly, the stomach. So on an inhale, squeezing the core as if you're doing a crunch, squeezing everything in. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, squeeze the abs. And thinking of something you're grateful for your belly for, exhale, release. Digesting the foods that provide you nutrients. And then moving up to the top of the chest, the shoulders. So on an inhale, we're going to press the shoulders in the mat, lift the chest up. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, press into the shoulders, lift the chest, squeeze it up. Exhale, release. Moving into the throat. So to activate that on an inhale, we're going to press into the backs of our head, lifting our throat to the sky. Exhale, release. So just bringing to mind something you're grateful for, the throat, allowing us to express ourselves in the world. One more time, inhale, press into the back of the head, lift the throat. Squeeze really tightly. Exhale, release. And then last one, my favorite one, we're going to squeeze through all of the muscles of the face on the inhale. And exhale, release. Thinking of everything you're grateful for, your features, your face, for the ability to express how we feel, our emotions with others. One more time, inhale, squeeze everything in the face. And exhale, let it go. If there's any parts that you feel need one more round, feel free to do that. Just noticing how it feels to find a little bit of a deeper letting go of all the parts of the body. Starting to fully allow yourself to rest here, to be supported by the ground as we find a little bit of stillness to close. And I'll be here to guide you out, so enjoy.
Starting to lengthen and deepen your inhales and exhales. Breathing in all the way to the tips of your fingers and toes. Exhaling everything as you breathe out. Starting to bring a little bit of life and movement back into the body. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Circling the wrists and ankles. On an inhale, slowly drawing your knees up into your chest. Wrap your arms around them. Give yourself a squeeze. Thanking yourself for making this time and space to take care of yourself. To take some time for yourself. When you're ready, making your way over onto your right side, or whichever side's available. Taking a moment to check back in, notice what, if anything, has shifted in the body, in the mind, in the heart. And slowly rising up to find a comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes closed down or closing them down as you land, and bringing one hand on top of the other at your heart space. We'll close together with one releasing round of breath. Take a long inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Blinking, open the eyes, take a soft gaze back in your space. Thank you for practicing with me, for taking this time to make space, to connect inwards. Have a good one. Bye-bye.